Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and this is the biggest Bauer unboxing, biggest hockey unboxing I've ever done. Possibly the biggest hockey unboxing ever on YouTube. I don't really watch that many, to be honest. But this is maybe one of the biggest Bauer unboxings. Um, so first of all, no, I'm not a Bauer athlete. This will not help with all the people saying I'm a Bauer fanboy, and none of this was free. I paid for it all. I figured there's a bunch of new products Bauer came out with that I was pretty impressed by and figured I would grab. So this is them. So first, I guess we'll start with the stuff that's actually on the front. So 2N Pro, pretty standard 2N Pro stick with the max blade height. I'm trying the max blade on everything. Just I play D, might help with like picking up pucks out of the air. I was a huge fan of the 1N, so decided to go with the 2N to try that out, and we'll get that out of the way. Next we have the 2S. I figured I did this last year with CCM where I got every stick that came out that year to try and do reviews on. Figured why not do it with Bauer. Got the 2S Pro here. I am not a huge fan of like the higher kick sticks generally for my style. I find I can shoot harder with them. Well, according to like a rapid shot which has the speed on it, but I never felt like they came off the stick as hard. These blades have this gel insert in them and they're pretty dampened. So I'm curious how to see how if I'll actually like that on the ice or not, and see how that actually works. Again, max blade height. One thing I love about Supreme sticks is the textured grip. As you can see at the bottom, if I was gonna do a custom, I'd do like a full grip all the way through with the 3D texture. So I like that on that. This is, as you can see, Bauer's like chrome generation of sticks. Also, something I got to give Bauer credit for, they have stopped doing a new stick every year like they did in the past. So they used to have 2 generations of every stick. Now they do not. So it's nice to see. So this is probably the thing I was most excited for, which is the Vapor Flylite. So this Bauer obviously is now came out with this new stick, which is more expensive. Yay. But it has some things on it that are pretty impressive to me, or at least will make me a bit happier because they come back from Easton's days. So it's a new IE taper. I can't remember what that means, to be honest, but it's rounded. So it's a different taper than what the 1X was, and the 1X Lite was. This is pretty similar to the old Easton elliptical tapers. I was a huge fan of the Easton RS stick. It was one of my favorite sticks I've ever used. And I still feel like nothing's really gotten close to kind of how that, like overall that stick for shooting and like for feel. So I'm hoping this will be close to that. Now I've seen and heard of a lot of these sticks breaking. So we'll see how that ends up. And after my usage of it, I'm pretty easy on sticks. But we'll see how that actually works out. Hopefully this one doesn't break for me, and I hope if you have one of these, it doesn't break as well. If you have seen a bunch of them break, let me know. If you have one of your own break, let me know. I'm curious to see if what I've seen personally is the same everywhere else. So next we have a 2S stick. It's a 27-inch. I have the 2S Pro, really like it. Everyone says their durability on the 2S Pro is awful. I haven't had any issues, but decided to get a 2S just as kind of a backup. And just eventually I'll start breaking sticks because I know my luck. This way I'll have a never-ending supply and don't have to worry about them in the background. I won't really be reviewing the 2S because I have the VR1 Pro Plus to review. I have the CCM eFlex 4 to use again. Now that my finger's healed and now my hockey season starts up again. So I won't really be reviewing the 2S because by the time that would come out, the 3S will probably be right around the corner. So there's no real point. I got a 2X Pro right here. And I'll flip it around. 27-inch. Got up to red. Just it is what it is. Before these sticks had, I think, a Negra in them. Now they have Textreme in them. This is supposed to be the softer style of stick. So I'm really curious to see how this actually feels. I will be reviewing this one, but it will come after the eFlex and after the Warrior, I believe. So it will be in the far future. Okay, so next we're going on to, I guess before this falls out, so we have the React 150 helmet. So this is the helmet that Elias Pettersson was wearing last year, and it looked hilariously big on him. And so I was wearing an Alpha 1 before this, and I found I had a ton of sweat issues in the Alpha 1, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. So I gave that to a teammate, and so now I'm trying out the 150. So this helmet's kind of interesting because it does have a bunch of adjustment points. So we'll pull that out. So it kind of opens up as well as like on the top and the sides. So it's supposed to fit a bunch of heads. I put this on and it was extremely comfortable to me. So that was a bonus. So I am looking forward to trying this out and using this. I've always been a fan of how Bauer helmets look. This one's a little bit big, but the weird thing about this helmet is it looks a lot bigger than it is. It actually fits pretty shallow because my ears come a little bit low. This isn't a perfect fitting helmet for me. But I wanted to really try, and I really like the inner foams with the XRD and the Poron on the sides, and it was just very comfortable helmet. So I'm looking forward to using that. And I guess since this is kind of related, I have a React Profile 3 cage, which is supposed to be the cage that fits on this. So I'll be putting that on there. I always wear cages because I don't trust people's sticks and skates and everything like that. And I've been used to a cage my whole life as a goalie, so it's not a hard transition to player for me keeping a cage on. So next, I guess since it's front and center, so this is Bauer's new base layer. It is it's their compression fit. I can't remember which one this is. This is like the step. I can't remember if this is the top or if it's one below. I should know that, but I can't remember. Anyways, I'm always looking for, I always wear a ton of base layers. I play a lot of hockey. I'm on 5 teams this winter. So I don't like washing base layers every game, obviously. So I wear a bunch, so I have a ton of them. And I really liked kind of just the feel of these and how it's like, the material is pretty good. And I really like the silicone on the what do you call it, waist to hold it up. So I was kind of impressed with those, and grabbed the matching shirt. Just got to pull inside out to show the actual grip on the arms themselves. And I've actually already worn these once and it worked pretty well. So I was pretty happy with them so far. So yeah, there's the grip on the arms. I find that's pretty useful for elbow pads. And I always kind of look out for that grip now for my elbow pads because I always have them kind of slide down. So yeah, I think this is the premium one, but I think it's like the one below. So before they had their top fit one, which had all the padding on it, and it was like their elite. I think this is the one step below, so they're the kind of premium level. But I do like that base layer. I still find it really expensive. For goalie, I wouldn't buy hockey stuff because I don't need the grip. So I buy like Adidas and Nike stuff that's on sale, way cheaper than what that is. So I have a hard time recommended hockey base layers because it's so expensive, but the grip on the arms does help. So cut resistant socks from Bauer. Figured I'd go with the whole kit. These are thicker than kind of most other cut resistant socks, and so I was interested to see how that would fit in my true skates, especially my new true skates. So I got those. I guess next will be on the elbow pads. So one of my teammates need new elbow pads, so I gave him my FT1s, and I replaced my FT1s with these. FT1s were actually pretty solid for me, but I couldn't really get them to stay up without totally cutting off the circulation of my arms. I need a large. I could probably use an XL length of elbow pad, but I don't have big enough arms because I'm not muscular enough, and so I have problems with stuff staying up. So I gave those away to a teammate who really liked them and really needed them, and then I grabbed these. And the reason I grabbed these is for a few things. The thermal core liner I liked on it. It was really nice. I love that Poron on the elbow. Nice little soft cushion there. Much softer than the D3O that CCM uses on their tacks. And the other thing is I really like the strapping, how thick this was. Same in how kind of this one is smaller, but it's tighter, so it was easier to wrap around. And I really like the curve on the kind of forearm for that. And when you actually wear it, it kind of, hopefully it's on camera good, it kind of seals up all that area pretty good. It is pretty bulky by all means, and I know a lot of people like smaller elbow pads. It definitely gets in the way a little bit, but I find I'm never really doing that motion with gloves. But it was fine on, I can't remember what pair I wore before this. A pair of CCM before this. I haven't worn these Supremes yet, so we'll see how that works and if I have any issues there. I'll bring 2 gloves on the first game just to make sure these don't really bug me. But as you can see, they are pretty huge. But I wonder if I can. Yeah, I can't really like shrink that down either, but it does stay pretty good. So I like it for that, and I like it for the protection, which is absolutely massive. So that's why I got those. I guess next we'll go with the gloves. So I did a kind of snapshot review of the 2S Pro and 2S player gloves, and I'm a huge fan of these gloves for a few reasons. I love how tall the cuff is. I love the liner material is really nice. The palm is so fantastic and soft, stretch gussets. It's the most comfortable glove I've ever put on, and I would say that's even more, like it's more comfortable than the old Warrior QX and DX gloves, because the QX were the first one with the butter soft feel. I would say that these are more comfortable than that, and that's saying quite a bit. Still, I broke my finger on a pair of 1X right here, or APX 2s right here, and this still isn't like padded enough. It feels like it's a bit bigger, but it's still hard, so I'm kind of disappointed in that. But amazing fingers. I think there's Poron in here. They don't advertise it, but I saw a pair of Pro Stock 1Xs that was the yellow Poron in there. I know it's Poron on the backhand, but it's amazing. I'm pretty sure it's still Poron, or it's something close. 3-piece thumb is really flexible and kind of the best in the industry. But yeah, that's about it for that. Flex cuff as well, not quite as nice as Warriors where it really latches down, but it's pretty significant. I'm a huge fan of these gloves. They're super comfortable. Padding is really good everywhere but there. So yeah, really looking forward to using these. And my team is Montreal Canadiens colors this year, so that's always nice. I swear by these knee pads to everyone. I always recommend them because they're one of the best all-around knee pad I find. So I bought another pair. My pair I think is 3 years old now, and some of this is ripping, so I bought a backup just in case because I like them so much. We'll leave this one for last. We'll go through some of this stuff right here. So I got this little chin cup. I always have problems with my chin cup kind of popping out of my current mask just because of the way it's velcroed in, and I really liked the like XRD foam in this. Nice soft. So I'm gonna try to use this in my goalie mask. See how that works. Hopefully it does. Toque or tuck. I hear different ways. I'm gonna say Toque Lightspeed edge holders. The reason I got these was for my True skates because I'm not sure if I really like the new holder, and I wanted to try the black steel because True does like lower or smaller steel now. So I wanted to try the black steel, which is a bit taller. I know the holder compensates for it, but again, I want to try this. So I heard some mixed things about black steel, the the LS5, specifically that some people say it is not, like it's an LS2 steel, so it's softer on the inside, and then they coat it with carbon. And I'm a little, and they said like the actual steel isn't that strong, but the coating is trying to make up for it. So I'm curious to see how that will be in the long run. Hopefully it works out. Next we have, that's it for that. So next we have the 2X Pro chest protector. Now, I am very, very, very picky on chest protectors. I have had a brown unit for quite a while, I think like 5 or 6 years now, and it's been phenomenal, but super heavy. I was going to buy the 1S chest protector when it came out because I heard it used curve. It didn't use it in enough spots, so I was pretty disappointed with it. The 1X had curve on the arms, which was really awesome, but then you couldn't really move it at all, and it was kind of bad for that. I saw this thing come in the store, and this is kind of like the new NHL regs with the molded arms, and I fell in love with this thing right away. And it seemed to tick all the boxes of what I wanted. I obviously haven't worn it yet. I'm not going to wear it next, like the first week back, because I just come back from a finger injury, so I'm going to wait a little bit till I'm more comfortable. Then I'm going to throw this on and see how it is. Everything felt like it would be protective enough. It had the coverage on the sides that I wanted. So everything seemed really good. Curve on it. Obviously it's on the front, but I'm not sure if it's here either. I got to find out. Someone opened this up and said, and showed like the materials they were using, and it just looked like kind of normal foams and stuff like that. So maybe this unfortunately doesn't have curve in it. I thought it did right here, but this is nice and strong anyways. I'm really looking forward to using this. This was a very impressive retail unit for me. So again, I'm kind of happy to try that out. Some of the features on it that I think are pretty awesome. Removable bottom pieces are kind of standard everywhere. I love how this is literally how you strap it. It's just one pull and one loose. It's pretty straightforward and pretty awesome in my mind. I really like the under catching glove padding. My brown has this on both of them, but they're switched based on what side you are on. Some retail units have this. I'm happy this one has it. It's weird, there's a seam there, but I guess I feel like a puck could fit through that. But I like how it's there. I think it could be on both, but I kind of get why they don't, because your blocker should never hit there. But anyways, little molded piece just to cover the top, so if you chicken wing, which is always nice. And this is the awesome part. So these arms, and this won't really matter that much for me because I'm not growing. This is great for kids, and this is on all the Bauer lines. Sorry, the Vapor line, so it's not just the top end one. So you can stretch out the arms. That's kind of as far as they'll go. And then you can tighten it up again. So if you want that arm to be, so we just pull this out, and then I don't have my grip strength with me because my finger, but you pull this and it obviously gets tighter and it gets looser. So this is pretty awesome for kids that are growing or teenagers that are growing, because you do get that arm adjustment, but it's really simple without Velcro. So yeah, I really liked that. It was I think a really great feature and a great design, and simple. So this is, I think this piece would be the piece I'm most looking forward to and most impressed with. It does have some Velcro adjustments on the arm floaters too. Or I could adjust right here. But anyways, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'll do a review on that in the future. I think that's about it. So that's it for this huge Bauer unboxing. And no, I'm not a Bauer fanboy. I was impressed with these purchases. I decided to go out and grab it so I can do some content on it and do reviews on, and it's gone. So that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos. A bunch of this content, or a bunch of the stuff you saw here, there'll be reviews for it coming in the future. So make sure you check back out for that. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, links in the description. There's a lot of small little contents on there, like comparison stuff that's not big enough for YouTube, and a bunch of pictures, so check that out. And I think that's about it. And if you ever do buy PC equipment because of one of my videos, please reach out to manufacturer, let them know. Helps to get on their radar so I can get geared and make content like this. So thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.